I'm a rubbish prince except in a daze. The Han dynasty really on receiving anger on time. Do nothing, but my princess is a cruel person. On the night of the wedding candle, he gave me a list. It clearly lists the palace from top to bottom. 37 people in total. Who is the queen mother? Who is the emperor's man? Who are the nails that the other princes put in? The expenses of these people in the past 3 months. The time and frequency of outbound messages. Data acquaintance. Logical clarity. Comparable to the file. I'm confused. I have absolutely no idea what he's going to calmly. The crook deck tree in the backyard of a palace is good. It's 37 people at once. Maybe a little tight. God, I'm not married to a lady. I married a knife Billy, or the kind of house reading. The next day, the palace had a big blood change. The princess brought a group of newcomers from her mother's family. The house became orderly. Former butler, a distant nephew of the old man beside the queen mother. The princess was found to have embezzled 3,000 taels of silver directly to Jingzhou Prefecture. The butler was taken away that afternoon. I heard that I will be in prison for 10 years. My princess has something. Don't make noise. Don't lose your temper. He just silently came up with the rules. Let the rules deal with those who don't follow the rules, but trouble comes soon. The Empress Dowager said hello to us, entering the palace. Empress Dowager is holding Liu Feiyang's hand. Liu Feiyan is the daughter who can't my nominal childhood sweetheart, said to be a childhood sweetheart. We played with mud together when I forgot, but he seems to remember it very well. When Liu Feiyan saw me, she stood up like a rabbit. Look at me with that look of grievance and forbearance. I nod. Say hello. The way the queen mother looked at the princess, like looking at a plate without salt. After please, it's the performance time of the Empress Dowager and Liu Feiyan. I know I haven't slept well lately. I went to the Taoist temple especially to ask for peace of mind incense. Can share the worries for the Empress Dowager. It's Feiyan's blessing. In this palace, if only there were more like Feiyan. Someone who knows cold and heat is fine. Saying that, he glanced at the princess. The princess is studying the pattern on the teacup. Feiyan didn't answer, but the princess didn't speak. I can't hide the pride in my eyes. He stood up with a bowl of ginseng soup. Empress Dowager, drink it while it's hot. This is what Feiyan has been staring at the small kitchen all morning. He goes to the queen mother. When passing by the princess, mouth oops. Body accident. Ginseng soup in hand. Threw it at the princess. The princess responded quickly. Slightly sideways. Most of the ginseng soup was spilled on the ground. Liu Feiyan is faster than him. He sat on the ground. A jade bracelet on the wrist. Fell into a few petals with a snap. Princess, that's what my mother left me. Good guy, one teacher, and 2 mothers. Throwing soup on the princess. Another priceless prop. The acting skills are comparable to the MG in the West Garden. Sorrow and cry. He said this to the princess. The princess didn't seem to hear. He was looking down and wiping the corners of his skirt with a handkerchief. Don't blame the princess. It's all Feiyan's own carelessness. The queen clapped his hand. You're so kind. Then the queen mother turned on me. And Wang, take a look. This is your good princess. Arrogant and arrogant. Even a meek child like Feiyan can't tolerate it. I have seen this kind of wind in the broken table since I was a child. Nothing more than beating his daughter-in-law. Lift up someone else's girl. I'm about to stand up with the princess. Go to the center of the hall. Salute to the queen mother. There are 7 tricks in this matter. The jade bracelet that Miss Liu broke is not a reverse product. It seems to be the favorite one of the former Empress Hyoyun. By high title, before Chun entered the palace. I have read the royal tribute book of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. Jade C title bracelet made of non-high warm jade. The waterhead is priceless. Queen Hyo Hyan. In this way, it will be included in the royal underwear, and Miss Liu said it was a relic of Ling Tang. Ling Tang is just a second-grade genius. How to get this former queen's beloved? As soon as this comes out, the house is quiet. Liu Feiyan's lips are shaking. The queen mother's face also changed, concealed in the great sin of nothing. It's more serious than splashing a cup of ginseng soup. No, I don't know. This bracelet was given to me by my mother. It seems that the problem lies with Mrs. Liu. Changxi implores to investigate this matter. Underwear treasures live outside the palace. I'm afraid there are traitors behind this. Internal and external collusion to steal the treasury. If not strictly checked, Hongdongyo Gobin, good guy. It has been directly upgraded from beam picking to national security issues. If you don't check, you will cover up. It is rumored that the emperor can't even manage his own warehouse. Channa will alert Sanfa. Too much movement. He originally wanted to give the princess a slap in the face. The princess put him directly on the fire. He can't always say he can't check. That bracelet was stolen by the AI family, and he doesn't have to be the queen mother. Of a little noise. Changhe system. He wants to use his identity to suppress it. The princess is unmoved. It's still business. Mother, calm down. State-owned laws have family rules. This matter is related to the royal face and the majesty of the law. Chun-Shi as a royal daughter-in-law. Duty to maintain the royal system. A set of words is watertight, blocking the queen mother's road. Liu Feiyan never dreamed. Simple, dirty planting. cause so much trouble. He looked at the Queen Mother, eyes full of calls for help. The Queen Mother took a deep breath. It's better to be young than to ease a little. Maybe I remember it wrong. That bracelet just looks alike. At halftime, the princess should go down the steps and say something. Mother said, "It's over." But the princess doesn't make sense. She smiled. Mother is talking about the dawn. I hope I remember wrong, but just in case. Dawn proposes by Zonga Mansion, Dali Temple Complimentary Union, to Palace Pandies, Treasury of the Palaces, and all assets under the names of the princes. Conduct a thorough inventory check. Register. Inventory period. Seal all warehouses. No one is allowed to enter. All accounts are frozen. Voice falls. The Queen Mother's fingernails holding the chair are pinched white. There's only one thought in my head at this point. This bitch is crazy. He's not trying to audit. Is he going to lift the table? He's going to dig out everyone's belongings, put it in the sun. My salted fish king, like marry a ruthless man who can poke a hole in the sky. No one thought a framed backhouse trick will cause the court to shake. Morning the next day, the imperial historians came out one after the underwear and be determined to rectify. I told the princess at Sign Palace exactly the same. It can only be said that it is verbatim. The royal treasury, lifeline of the country, all are rampant. Simply a national shame. The emperor sits on the dragon chair. Face is white. This must be the prince's arm. He doesn't even have to come forward himself. Will be a pawn for performance. The emperor can only establishment of royal assets inventory for the person in charge. The emperor looked at me, unceremoniously sold me. God, you are afraid of offending your mother, so you will cheat your brother. I just want to lie down. Salted fish. You asked me to check the Queen Mother's small faults. Want me to say it straight? At this time, the prince's father and wife Jiang Wenzhang came out. He suggested that the princess assist me. The women arranged it for me clearly. The audit storm just unfolded with a bracelet. The princess is the real fossil man. I am a nominal mascot. The princess called everyone to the yard. Let people carry up more than a dozen large boxes. All brand new books. Abacus, pen, and ink. He gave everyone sent a process manual for the inventory work. The scope of the inventory, standard process. Time node. The responsible person wrote clearly how to open the door from the warehouse, how to move things, how to check the account, how to group people, so detailed that progress reports are submitted every day. In a military order. The inventory lasts for 3 months. All participants eat and live here. No contact with the outside world. All accounts are cross-compound. A set of inspections, a set of compound, a set of final report any errors, omissions, and deficits immediately. Those who do not report the knowledge will be punished with the same period. Everyone's path is tripled. After the inventory is over, set it up according to the size of the credit and seal it combination punches. Everyone's face changed. There are carrots and sticks. The person behind the little cuttlefish is waiting for you. Want to cover you up. You have to ask the person who compounded you if they agree. No one dares to take it lightly now. I watched the princess assign tasks in a hurry. Suddenly, I felt an indescribable aura. Not like a princess, like a strict contractor. The first day I checked the bullets. The Queen Mother threw several cups in anger. Although he opened the warehouse with a dark face, then they see what professionalism is. The people brought by the princess wear uniform. In pairs, one person counts one person. There is someone next to the record who is responsible for drawing. That face is more rigorous than raiding the house. The Queen Mother's face went from anger at first to shock. It turned into panic. He didn't expect the princess to come for real. Looking at the mountains of ledgers on the table, every book, it could be a person's life. These are not ledgers. This is a reminder written by my daughter-in-law. My daughter-in-law is the quiet king of hell. 1.5 months. The entire palace is shrouded in a low pressure. The maids and eunuchs walk on tiptoe. The masters of Qigong are all for themselves. Every man has his own little vault. It is normal for the mother-in-law to be unclear. Now the princess T-team is here. Can't hide anything. Wait until the princess hands over part of her mother-in-law to the emperor's face is as ugly as a dead father. Bastards are all bastards. My underwear is 30% short. I want to catch them in these residences. Where is this? I pay silently. This is just the general ledger of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. The bad debt of the construction company of the purchasing office has not been calculated yet. Privately estimated with me. All deficits. The royal family may have been emptied. In the end, the emperor lost his temper. In the end, I spread out on the dragon chair, being played around by a group of slaves. Your Majesty, these little things are inevitably overlooked. Little things, the treasury is empty. Border pass military academy. The river should be lower. No money. I thought my panties were full. Sit back and relax. The results are fake. I don't feel good looking at him. Brother is not bad. Just soft ears, coaxed by the Queen Mother and Minister. I always thought I was a son of peace. As a result, the princess ledger is like a basin of ice from head to toe. Emperor, tell me the truth. What does your princess want to do? He put in it for him to turn all this stuff out. He only knows the rules and not the people. In his eyes, wrong account is wrong. It doesn't matter whose account it is. Is he a capable minister? Treat him well. Such a person cannot be an enemy. I nod. Do I dare to be his enemy? He moves the pen. The court almost turned the sky upside down. He can make His Majesty cry by handing over the ledger. This method is more powerful than thousands of troops. The audit turmoil made me fire in the capital. I became the first little white face in the Imperial City. The soft-rice prince who made a fortune in the court. I used to be a little transparent and DPRK. Now Minister Wang Guang is polite when he sees me. Welcome with a smile. There are also people who deliver things to my house every BMW of the Western Regions. China Sea. Send it like no money. The treasury of the palace is almost out of stock. I'm a little guilty. Go and ask the princess. The princess is checking the last batch of accounts. Without looking up, he said that the prince is not a court official, not bound by the code of conduct for former law officers. Personal affection is not bribery. Your Majesty can't say anything. The most important thing is, these things have to be registered. Include royal assets. This will also be checked in the future. Got it, he's making money for me. Fill our coffers with gifts from others. And all formalities are in legal compliance. No one can pick the wrong. High is high. I feel at ease as a little white face. Drink tea every day. Watching people nod and bow to me, better than being angry as a bad student. One day I was walking on the street and met Liu Faiyan. He looks haggard, seeming like a ghost. The jade bracelet incident made his home a place of importance. Liu Jia is now a man with her tail between her legs. When he saw me and tried to hide from me, he was the most vengeful. I took the initiative to walk over to Miss Liu. Long time no see. By the way, you're Blue Sea. Have you checked the tide bracelet? Where did it come from? Humph. Let you bully my daughter-in-law. Looking at Liu Feiyan's shaky appearance. Be a bully little white face. So fucking cool. Audit is coming to an end. The results are pretty amazing. Deficits identified. The greed for ink and bad debts add up to tens of millions of taels of silver. Equivalent to 5 years of tax revenue for the Imperial Court. The Queen Mother was the hardest hit in this storm. His small vault was raided. He has cronies everywhere. Also pulled out 7788. He hates us both. The Empress Dowager suddenly decreed banquet at Siam Palace. I knew it was bad as soon as I heard it. The Queen Mother is going to get revenge. The princess is calm, but my heart is up and down. The Queen Mother must have come prepared. He will no longer reason and behave with the princess. He's using identity. Filial piety wool is the hardest to deal with. The Queen Mother sits at the head. Smiley. The banquet begins to sing and dance, but everyone knows it's just pickles. During 3 rounds, the Queen Mother finally spoke the Emperor. My family has always dreamed of immortal emperors recently. Immortal Emperor said he was uneasy. Today's young people are more and more ignorant of the rules. Disrespectful to elders. Stop talking about filial piety. As soon as this comes out, all eyes. All drifting towards the princess. The princess is slowly peeling an orange. I don't seem to have heard the Emperor laugh. I'm thinking too much. I must be strictly disciplined. What's the use of just talking? Laughter is not about the mouth. It is to be made. Princess Anne. Chen Shi asked you at AI's house since you married into the royal family. Have you ever washed your hands and made soup for Aijia yourself? Have you ever personally thumped your shoulders and pinched your back for the AI family? Have you ever come to the Aijia palace to say hello sooner or later? 3 questions in a row. This is pressing people with filial piety. The princess really didn't do these things. He is busy checking the accounts every day. But the Queen Mother asked him if he didn't admit it. It was unfilial. As long as he shows the Queen Mother will force him to admit his legitimate right to take back. To find the audit as a daughter-in-law fooling around. I'm so nervous. Princess, you can't take out another big money law book. Filial piety. The law doesn't matter. Facing the Queen Mother's questions, the princess is still calm. He got dressed. After returning to Mother, Chunky really never did this for his mother. The corner of the Queen Mother's mouth evoked a smug sneer. He just waited for the princess to admit. But the princess continued to say that Chunky thought filial piety has small. There's also piety. What is Zhao Zhao? What is filial piety? Daily greetings. Serve the decoction. This is the design of Jiuxiao assisting Zheng Wang Anding. Fill the treasury. Make the people happy. Avoid the danger of the decline of the ancestral. Let the mother enjoy peace and wealth for thousands of years. Great filial piety. Cabinet check. Day and night. Spend your mind just to laugh. If you neglect a small smile because of your laughter, Shiren. But if the morning light delays laughing for a small smile, shake the foundations of the nation. Dawn dare not. The words are eloquent. Everyone present was stunned. I stared at him dumbfounded. Dude, I thought he was going to die. As a result, he directly changed the definition of unfilial piety. Packaging has become filial piety to the Empress Dowager. The Queen Mother's face turned red, silenced by the princess. He can't always say that I don't want you to laugh. I want you to beat my legs. That's too out of place. The Queen Mother was shaking with anger. He was prepared to make things difficult. As a result, it was resolved by a word from the princess. He can't get off the stage himself. He is not reconciled. Grit your teeth and speak eloquently. Even if what you say is right. But the female ring is dizzy. Women should be submissive. You act ruthlessly. No negative virtue. How to explain this? This is another personal attack. The princess smiled at her mother. The female ring you mentioned was written by everyone in the previous dynasty. The Emperor Taizu of this dynasty once wrote the new girl. Emperor Taizu's imperial pen is still in the imperial temple. In the first sentence of the new woman's opening sentence, it is the women of this dynasty who should be self-reliant. Shangnang Ampang, but his family is not proud to give birth to a sister, not ignorance. Use the words of Emperor Taizu to gag the Empress Dowager's mother's face was completely pig liver color. He lost to crushing defeat. Lost to Daxiao and filial piety. Lost to Taizu Yixin on food. The princess didn't argue with him. The princess just stood at the highest point of morality and then looked down at him. I look at my wife. There is only one thought in my mind. Cultural people, especially women who understand the law and are literate, simply invincible. The Queen Mother, damaged, sick, and never see anyone again. The princess audit work also ended perfectly. The Emperor has rewarded us with many things. I thought life will go on so peacefully. I'm still too naive. I forgot that dogs jump over walls in a hurry. People go crazy when they are in a hurry. One late night a month later, suddenly there was a fire outside the team marched in. The leader is General Zhao, Admiral of the Navy. With a decree, sanctioned shipping. The Emperor said that Princess Anne's soldiers colluded with foreign relatives, intent to rebel. Immediately go to jail. Post-hearing interrogation. And Wang Zhaojinyu thought behind closed doors, not allowed to go out without an edict. Thank you for this. Princess Rebellion? Are you kidding me? He doesn't even bother to wander around the backyard of the palace. I rush up. General Zhao, there must be a misunderstanding. The last general of the prince is also ordered to act. This was found from your house. See for yourself. He had someone carry a box. Open it and there are several dragon robes inside. There is also a jade seal. My brain buzzed. This is the most vicious and this is to kill the princess. And it's a dead place that doesn't even give you a chance to turn over. The princess was taken away. He didn't say a word from start to finish. Just look back at me before being taken away. Those eyes are calm. I know this is the Queen Mother's last counterattack. He just uses the simplest, the roughest way to destroy a princess. He reasoned with the princess and he can't win, so he just stopped talking. Lift the table directly, use power to crush. The gates of the palace slowly closed behind me. I'm under house arrest. The princess was thrown into prison. The sky seems to be really falling. I'm so anxious. I'm a rubbish prince. I'm at work. 2 military powers. Can't even deliver a message. Just when I was desperate, an old servant slipped me an envelope. Lord, this is what the princess gave to the old slave a few days ago. She said that if one day she is no longer in the house, let the old slave give this to you. I opened the envelope with trembling hands. There is a key inside and a note. There are only 3 words on it to open the study. I rushed into the study and searched for a long time. Finally, under the bookcase that the princess found a hidden compartment. No gold and silver jewelry in it. No frozen secret letter. Only a thick curly brown. I open it. The first page is a line of words that donate embroidery but are cold. About the Empress Dowager. Liu family and related henchmen. Investigation report and disposal proposal on suspected treason. And turned to the second page. It's the Empress Dowager's brother Zheng communications with enemy countries. Page 3. It's Liu Shengshu's list of cronies to be placed by the official. Page 4 is how they embezzled the treasury. Accounts for private training. Page by page. Pack by pack. Solid evidence. Watertight. Time started 3 years ago. That is to say, Fei Wang since before marrying me. I'm already checking these people. He married me? Check panties. Moved to Liu's house. All is not temporary ambiguity. It's all in his plan. He's not being fair. He's working on a case. Do a big case. The end of the dossier. It's an edict for you. The content is to authorize Wang to handle the case with 3 battalions in the capital can be cut first and then played. There's a stamp underneath. It is the personal seal of the late emperor. Next to it is a line of small print photos of the late emperor. See this seal as I come. I finally understand. My daughter-in-law, she's not a knife Billy, not a master, not the king of hell. The fuck is a knife left by Shindy. A knife specially designed to clean doors, and I'm his scabbard. He had long expected that the Queen Mother would jump over the wall. He even got caught in jail on purpose, only so to lead all enemies out of the hole. Then let me close the net. I take a deep breath. My daughter-in-law is feeding the rice to her mouth. I can still not eat. I pick up the dossier, stride to the gate of the palace. Come and open the door for this king. This king wants to attack Qingdance. That night, the city bled into a river. I hold a trillion. Mobilize 3 battalions. Lock down the entire capital. Zhengo Kung Fu is full of prisons. The Liu family was raided. Anyone with a list on the file, not a single one escaped. I rushed into the palace with people. Brother saw what was in my hand. I almost fell off the dragon chair in fright. I didn't know that the late emperor had such a hand. I threw the dossier to his brother. See for yourself. Your beloved mother and his relatives? What good things have you done? He watched his life like ashes. Can't say a word. Finally, I took people to Siam Palace. You know it all. It's Princess and that bitch, right? The princess is just executing the life of the late emperor. Just set things right. My family is planned for a lifetime. In the end, I lost to a yellow-haired girl. As he spoke, he took a dagger from his sleeve, across his neck. You remember that I didn't lose to you. Didn't lose to the princess. My family lost to the late emperor. Say it hard. This day, the chaos was beaten by a king. At dawn, I'm going to the prison to pick up the princess. He is sitting in a cell. It's not like this is a prison. It's his study. I walked over. He looked at me, suddenly asked the prince if he's afraid. Saying not afraid is false. I still have tendons in my legs and stomach. I smiled. This time it wasn't the same as before. Not anymore. In the future, the prince will do whatever he wants. No one dares to disturb your way back. We are sitting in a carriage. I look at him. Who are you? I am Zhang Wencheng's daughter. He is also the one who corrects mistakes in the election of the late emperor. In his later years, the late emperor had already noticed that foreign wonders were great, but he has no energy to deal with it. So he chose the princess, who was a little girl at the time. Because he's smart enough, calm enough, and ruthless enough, he took Chang'en's rights. And the last thunderbolt to him. He asked Father Zhang to call him Machiavellian the law just for today. Even let him marry me. Threatening idol lord, also part of the plan. I was speechless after listening for a long time. My wife-in-law is in someone else's script. I'm a tool, man. Are you using me too? The princess is silent. The carriage is quiet. After a while, he rested his head lightly on my shoulder. I'm stiff. Didn't dare to move. I don't know what he was trying to say. I only know. Since that day, my princess, who only reads criminal law, started reading some idle books, such as Recipe Power, Gardening Experience. Brother passed by. The second still matures a lot. Became a true emperor. I will continue to be my trash prince. Still in a daze every day, watching people quarrel and get angry. Just one more person around. One will peel me oranges. Someone who will remind me of the cold weather. There are more rumors in the capital about me eating soft rice. Said I was the first little white face in front of me. I just laughed. You know, shit. You're just jealous of me. The days when you can be covered by the boss. Is it the joy you can experience? I can eat this soft rice for a lifetime. It's so fragrant.